Can you guys hear me now? Mic check. Can you guys hear me? Somebody please say hi in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Or just let me know if my mic is on. Um, I think it's on. Okay, Mr. Sansa says that he doesn't think it's on. Oh, okay, I'm good now. Okay. See, I knew something was going to happen. I knew like I've had the craziest day. Um so yeah, I changed up the layout as well. I feel like this might be a little bit better. You guys can see me more. I'm the full screen now, so hopefully you like this layout. I'll probably change it up a little bit. Oh, I forgot to move my chat. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, let me edit this. I'm in OBS. Please bear with me. I appreciate you guys for being here. Hello, Wasabi. Hi, Dre. Hi, Club Nan. Hi. Let me move my chat box over because the chat is working now. How amazing is that, you guys? That's okay. I think chat is working. So, um, I I kind of want to see if I can still make edits. I probably can't because now that I'm live streaming, I've had the craziest day. I mean, I'm going to get into it. So, how are you guys? I know I did not stream last week, so, but we are here. We're here today. And yeah, we're going to just be like catching up, talking for a little bit. We're going to talk about some current events as I usually do, try to make this a little bit of educational for you guys. And then we're going to talk about ghosting. What a wonderful topic, ghosting. You guys know, if you've watched me for a while, I've done this topic already as like a full video, but that was probably a few years ago. I think my mic is way too loud. I think I'm way too close to the mic. Maybe I should move it this way so it's further from me. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. I'm trying to figure out what is best when it comes to... I have two screens here. I should have done this earlier, but again, I'm all over the place. I literally was on the phone with American Airlines. Hi, Daisy. On the phone with American Airlines like 5 minutes before this. Like 5 minutes ago, I was on the phone with them, like switching flights, booking flights, all this. So like I'm kind of flustered right now. I had to like run to the bathroom and do that really quick, and then like just to be on time for you guys. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for like hanging out with me for the next like hour and a half or so. Again, I apologize I was not here last week. It was just, you have those days, you get into those funks. It was one of my funks, and I try to be as positive as possible coming on here. So if I'm feeling down, I don't like to bring that energy on stream. So, and I think most of you guys know that about me. Like, I'm not going to fake a smile. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's just, I don't have it in me. I think it takes a lot more effort. Takes a lot more effort to lie. I'm just not here for it. I don't have time. I'm thirsty. I don't even have my pretty like water bottle. I just have an actual like water bottle because all over the place. I need to chill. Hold on. So yeah, I'm so glad to see some familiar names. So thank you guys. Hopefully you guys will be a little more chatty than the last stream that we had, just to like keep the stream going. But yeah, how are you guys? How are you doing? How are you feeling? We are in a new month. It is March. It is my birthday month. I'm so excited about it. And yeah, it's Pisces season, so we're out here. Anybody is a March baby, let me know. But update with me. I've been doing a lot of different things, working on a lot of different projects, helping out with some like marketing and PR stuff for like different people. Working on my personal projects, as you already know. If you guys don't know, then you can watch the previous streams because I'm not gonna like do the whole spiel again of what I'm doing. Everything is still in the works. Slowly getting product in. And then for like the back end stuff, I'm working on all of like marketing aspects of it as well, social stuff, all of it. And it's very overwhelming. I'm very overwhelmed. I think it's definitely a lot for one person, and it's just me technically running everything when it comes to like the business end of it. And then I do have help from family for like the creative design part of it, but I think the business aspect of it is like the most stressful. So yeah, I've just been kind of like dealing with that. I've been dealing with like things in my personal life. I am turning 30 this, not next week, but the week after. So in like a week and a half, I'm turning 30. So I've been planning out like my 30th birthday celebration, and I'm supposed to go away to Vegas, which I had mentioned 2 streams ago. I think I was supposed to go to Vegas. And then just the other day, yesterday, I think, I had to switch everything up. So I was doing a lot of that today. It was a lot more stress than I realized. It was a lot more to like move around than I realized. Mr. Stantos, damn, 30, you old. I am not old, okay? I am not old. That's very rude. I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I said, I was on the phone with American Airlines 5 minutes before I had to go live with you guys. So it's been kind of crazy. And if you guys are curious, I'm still going away for my birthday. It's not going to be what was planned. Like I had everything planned, like the whole entire Vegas weekend. I had activities for each day. I like wrote out like an itinerary and like I emailed it out. Like I did the most. That's just like the type of person I am, to just like make sure like we have something to look forward to. But I had to change all that today. So I am still going away, and I'm actually going to San Diego. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's just going to be nice to get away. It's going to be my first time flying since COVID. So if anybody in the chat, please let me know if you guys have traveled yet during COVID, if you've taken like a plane. Do you feel safe? Have you stayed in a hotel? Let me know. I would love to know your experience because I have no idea what to expect. I am flying American Airlines to San Diego. So I'm going to take my precautions. I'm going to double mask, all of it. But yeah, let me know if you guys have traveled yet. Has anybody traveled yet? Let me know. Also, if you guys would give this video a thumbs up or this live stream a thumbs up, it would really help me out. I see that a few of you guys already did that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Helps with the algorithm, helps with the channel. So if you just hit the thumbs up button, that would be great. I would appreciate you. But yeah, if you guys have traveled, let me know. If you guys, like, how do you guys feel about traveling right now? Do you feel safe? Are you like absolutely not until everything goes back to normal? I have friends that are both ways. I have friends that are like fiending to travel, so they're going, right? And then I know friends and family that are just like, I am not going anywhere. I'm not taking the risk, which I totally understand as well. I understand both sides of it. Club Nan says, does American Airlines still block middle seats at the moment? I don't think so. When I was online looking at my flight about to book it, I had to call them because I had a credit from like before anyway. But when I was looking at the map, like the seating, they still had the options to like sit in the middle seat, which I was like, I don't love that. But I guess I have to wait and see, right? Wasabi says, I've flown recently. It's kind of annoying because the aircraft gets packed. Ugh, and some people do not practice social distancing. I mean, how can you practice social distancing on a fully packed aircraft anyway, you know? I do agree. I think people still need to be mindful. And I think a lot of America is not mindful of it, which is mind-boggling because it's nothing new. You know, COVID's been here for like a full year already. Literally last year, my birthday was the weekend that everything shut down. And I remember it specifically. I was really bummed, and Yeah, so it's been around for a full year, so I still personally don't understand how people are still not practicing social distancing and taking the precautions, but to each their own. Um, I don't know. But hopefully my trip to San Diego will be smooth. It's a nonstop going there and back, so I'm really glad about that. Mr. Santos says, I felt so bad. Yeah, my birthday last year was a wash. And since I'm turning 30 this year, I'm just like, I want to do something. Although we had to cancel Vegas, I didn't want my 30th birthday to be a full wash. So I just did a quick switch and figured out somewhere else to go. So I'm going to be doing San Diego for those who are just tuning in, San Diego, and then I'm going to be doing a day in downtown Los Angeles as well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be booking like a really cute like boutique hotel. I love staying in boutique hotels. They're so different. You know, I've stayed in like all of the hotels before, like whether it's Hilton's, Four Seasons, all of it. Like they're nice, but like they're all kind of the same. Marriott's, whatever. But I really enjoy the environment, the feel, the vibes of a boutique hotel because they're smaller and they have like just really cool, whether it's bars or restaurants in there, just really cool lounge areas, and like the rooms are very different. So I'm really excited about that. Sorry, my eye is watering. You will be fine. Just enjoy your birthday. I did not get sick. That's great to know. Everyone wears their masks. Super excited to see your vlogs. Yes, I will be vlogging my trip to California. I'm going by myself. I'm going solo. I'm meeting a friend out there, but I'm flying by myself, so it's gonna be good. I just need to make sure I have like everything charged, phone, iPad. I'm like gonna bring all of my electronics. Club Nan, I've been traveling over the past few months with Delta and Alaska Airlines, and I feel fairly safe. All right, so y'all are traveling, y'all are out here. Okay, I see you guys. I think lately, especially, a lot more people are open to traveling, whether they're just like fiending to like do something, but you know, COVID cases are lowering across the nation. So I do understand like why people are a little bit more comfortable. CISO, I did not say the Cecil Hotel. I did not say that. I said a boutique hotel. So if you guys have seen that documentary on Netflix about the Cecil Hotel that is in LA, it's so funny that you bring that up because when I was telling my friend, hey, like I want to do one night in downtown LA, I want to stay at a boutique hotel. And the one thing he said was like, make sure it's not the Cecil. Have you seen that documentary? I was like, yes, I've seen it. I'm not gonna book the Cecil Hotel. Like what? What? I'm not gonna tell you guys the name of the boutique hotel because there's only one, and not that I mean I for my safety I just don't want to like put it out there of like which hotel I'm gonna be staying at just for safety reasons, and I know you guys understand that. So, but I'll mention the hotel when I do the vlog, and then I'll like leave the name and the link to the hotel and all that and my experience and like a review in the vlog obviously. When I get back, I just don't want to like tell you guys where I'm going. Hi Mary, you are not late, you are on time. It is early, it's only 8:18. So yes, welcome to the stream, Mary. I'm glad to see you in the chat again. Let's see. I heard the Cecil Hotel is wonderful. Yeah, no, we're not doing the Cecil, okay? That's just not gonna happen. If you haven't watched that documentary, it's on Netflix, and it's a true story, and it's very scary. So I'm surprised that like you can still stay there. I mean, people stay at the Cecil now just to like try to experience maybe something like scary. I don't know. It's a no for me. I will stick with my boutique hotel that I want to check out. So yeah, that's kind of the update of what's going on for me within the next week or so. And is it next week? It is next week, right? Am I going crazy? I think I might be going crazy. Wow, it is. I fly out next Friday to California. So next week it's going to be here so fast. I still need to book my nail appointment. I need to book my wax appointment. I was supposed to do that all today, but I was so caught up with rearranging and like canceling other hotels and canceling flights and like figuring out new flights. So I actually need to I ran out of Post-it notes. How do you run it? I don't know. I need to write that down before I forget. But anyway, I'm just like all over the place. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize. But what else? Any other updates for me? I haven't been uploading to YouTube that much, but I did upload my nail video. Mr. Santos, you're getting a nail appointment. Never thought I would hear that. So here's the thing. With you guys know I love to do my own nails. I do my gels, I do regular polish, I do dip, I do press-ons. I do it all myself because I'm half Vietnamese. It's like in my blood. But I did upload 2 days ago a video on the static nails. You guys, it turned out really well. I hope you guys will watch it after this if you haven't watched it yet, but I show you a full demo of me applying the nails, trimming down the nails and all of that. So also coupon code Jerlyn15 for 15% off your first purchase on staticnails.com. They have the most amazing press-ons. I absolutely love them. They last longer than any of the other ones I've tried. I've tried Kiss, I've tried Impress, I've tried Dashing Diva, I've tried LA, I've tried so many. So there's that. Let's see. Tissue Box, hi, welcome to the chat. Juan Patel, what's your OnlyFans? I am not on OnlyFans. It's not my cup of tea, but thank you for chatting. Tissue Box, any particular reason Las Vegas was canceled? It was just I'm not going to put anybody's private personal lives out there, so it just didn't work out. That's I'm going to leave it at that. There was a few different reasons, so I'm just going to leave it very vague. And at this point it is what it is, and I'm just going to move forward. Sometimes life happens, shit happens, and you gotta just adjust, and that's what I did. So I was just like, all right, where am I going? San Diego and LA. So there were reasons as to why Vegas isn't happening, but we don't need to talk about that. So okay. But yeah, I was talking about static nails. If you guys are interested, I'm not wearing them today because my nails are very short, but I'm going to be getting my nails done soon. I get my nails done every birthday. It's like a treat to myself. I get the full set long nails, and I get crazy gems or glitter or something fun. It's just something that I do every year for myself because throughout the year, I do my own nails. I do them every single week practically. And for my birthday, it's a little treat to myself that I really enjoy. So that's why I get my nails done. Just it's for my birthday I do that. And then if there's a crazy special occasion, or if I just don't feel like doing them, I don't know. But I've been enjoying, painting my nails, doing the press-ons recently. So but I did just, again, upload a video the other day. Also, I had a few questions. I don't know if anybody's here right now that asked me this question, but people were asking, are you going to do a budget update and a savings challenge in particular update? Yes, I am. I actually already have the video edited and done. I just need to add finishing touches to the thumbnail and stuff like that. So that will be uploaded on I guess I'm just going to do it on Monday. My videos do really well on Mondays, like my uploads, I mean. I find that over the weekend, my videos tank. So that's why I don't upload like Friday to Sunday, because like people are doing things. People are running errands or they're out. So during the week is when I typically upload because the videos just do better. So you will get a budget video on Monday, and you guys can see where I'm at with my savings challenge. The first few weeks of February, no, the first 3 weeks of February, yeah, 2, 3 weeks of February were really heavy with the savings challenge. Like I pulled really, really high numbers. So yeah. And then it like slowed down, which was nice. Let's see. Also, before we get any deeper into the stream, if you guys have any questions, like random questions throughout the stream, leave them in the chat. I will answer them as we go. And yeah. Okay, Daisy, I remember a few weeks ago you posted on your Instagram story. Thank you for following me on Instagram. If you guys are not following me, please follow me. On how a guy killed your vibe at the gym by telling you what workout to do. Well, it happened to me too, and I flipped out on him. Yes. Go off. Go off, Daisy. I love that. That is it happens. It's so funny because I posted a few Instagram reels yesterday, and I had guys DM me and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Does that actually happen? And like same thing with that Instagram story about the gym that Daisy is talking about in the chat. Like it happens. It happens. Men don't realize it because it doesn't happen to them as often, especially the whole like gym thing. It happens to women. Like that's the one thing women have to deal with, and like that men won't understand is like the cat calling. And I mean, I guess some men will experience that too. Let's just not like write them all off. But like, yeah, at the gym, I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody has different preference. I know some girls that are like, I want guys to come up to me at the gym, and I want guys to start talking to me, and I want them to ask for my number. And that, I think it's the timing for sure. Because for me, let's just get into it because she brought it up. For me, it's always like the worst timing, and it's always the creepier guys that are like trying to talk to you. But if it's like in the middle of my set, like I would go off too. Or even like if it's clear that I'm doing something, if I'm focused on something, do not talk to me. Wait until I'm done to make a comment, to try to start a conversation. That I'm fine with. Or if I'm like switching gears and switching machines, if you see that like I'm not doing anything, then I don't mind it as much. I still personally think it's very rude whether you just finish something and they're like, oh, well, you could do it this way and it's going to work this part of your arm or of your leg or whatever. And I'm just like, thank you so much. I'm not working on that part of my leg. Like, you know what I mean? So like, and I think men, I don't know, this is just my opinion, but I think men think that they're being helpful. But at the same time, it's like, if I needed help or if I had a question, I would ask you. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those instances where it's just like, nobody asked you. And like, I'm in the middle of a set and you just like fucked up my vibe, my flow. Like when I am focused, I am zoned in on my set. Like, and then you come in and you like try to ask me a question or I don't fucking know. It literally just ruins my whole entire workout. Especially if I take pre-workout. So I've been taking pre-workout lately. I should have brought it over. But I've been taking the Alani Nu pre-workout in the mimosa flavor. I wanted to buy is it like Hawaiian Island or Hawaiian Punch flavor? I heard that one was like super popular, but they were sold out and they only had one mimosa left. So I got the mimosa one and I do really like it. I feel like I've been taking it for a few weeks now and I think I want to switch to something that's a little bit more. And like I'm on TikTok, so I've seen, and I'm on like Fit Talk, whatever that means. But I see all these different pre-workouts come up, and I'm just like, oh, I want to try them all. So, if you guys don't know, pre-workout is, it gives you like a burst of energy. It's caffeine, so like it jolts you and like it just preps you really well for the gym. Like you go so much longer and so much harder when you take pre-workout. And I enjoy it. It's not for everybody. I used to take pre-workout and then I stopped like lifting and working out for years. So I didn't take it for years. And now I'm just like weaning myself back onto it, which is why I did the Alani Nu one. I didn't want to jump into like a crazy one right off the rip. So there's that. Daisy asked, do you take any post-workout? I do not take anything post-workout. The only thing I do is a protein shake, because, you know, after a workout, your muscles are working and you want to kind of like relieve it with protein. So I just do a protein shake and I just do like whatever I have. I typically have like Premier Protein, which is 30 grams of protein in like one shake. Those are like super easy on the go. I always have them just in case. I also have like powder that I can mix up myself, or if I want to add like vegetables or banana or fruits and stuff like that. So I have both different types of protein. And let me tell you guys, like, yes, I'm at the gym to build muscle, but my main focus is to lose fat. I've obviously gained weight over quarantine and I'm trying to lose it, but I've seen the biggest difference in like weight loss when I started intaking a lot more protein. Because there's one thing to be on like a calorie deficit. If you're on a calorie deficit, you're gonna lose weight depending on how like much of a deficit you're in. But protein will help you maintain your muscle. I used to lift, so I still have muscle. Like, can you guys see? I have a little baby muscle. Little baby muscle. So I still have muscle in my body. So I want to maintain that. So you need to eat or intake tons of protein. They say it should be 1 gram of protein to 1 pound that you weigh. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be intaking 150 grams of protein. And it's kind of hard sometimes to like hit your protein goal. At least it's hard for me. I don't know. And I'm over here, Greek yogurt, protein shake, chicken breast, egg whites. I just bought egg whites and like I'm not a huge fan of egg whites, but I know it's something that could really help, you know, boost the protein like on a daily for me. So I think I'm just going to suck it up and do the egg whites. But that's what I do post workout, if you guys are curious. I wasn't even on the list of what to talk about, but we're just here catching up. So if you guys have any other random questions, again, you guys feel free to leave them in the chat. I will get to them. I am like, my eye keeps watering. I'm thirsty. Okay. All right. But yeah, I guess we'll just jump right into it. Again, I'll get to any questions later on. So I did want to talk about some current events, stimulus package, unemployment, vaccine, like just little tidbits here and there. I'm not going to deep dive into any of these topics. I'm just going to do like an overview for you guys because I know a lot of you guys enjoy that. I know a lot of us do not watch the news. I know people and I have friends that keep the news on all day, every day. That is not me. I think it's great that they do that because they are informed, they are up to date, they know what's going on. For me, a lot of times I find the news to be negative. I say this in every stream, but I'm just going to repeat it for those who have never been to a stream before. Welcome if you're new. But I don't like to keep it on all day. It's just they don't show a lot of amazing things on the news. Let's be honest. They're trying to inform everyone. I get that, but it's just not the energy that I want throughout my day. So I'm gonna try to bring you guys some light into what's going on, whether it's politically or anything like that. So you guys have an idea of what's going on, just in case it comes up in conversation. All of it. Okay. Ooh, Akib. Hi, Akib. Welcome. I love Akib. He's my favorite. I'm getting my second vaccine Saturday. Oh, the Moderna vaccine. Very nice. I'm jealous of you. I can't wait to get vaccinated. But yeah, so let's just jump right into it. So in case you guys are wondering, a lot of the information that I get that I'm going to talk about today is from Clear Value Tax on YouTube. I believe his name is Brian. Really amazing. I think he's like a financial advisor or something like that, but he does amazing, just like summaries of what's going on, the stimulus package, the bill, stimulus check, all of it. He does a really great job at that. So you guys can totally check him out if you want to. Clear Value Tax. His name is Brian. But I took some notes over the past, over his past few videos that I found interesting, that are just like quick, again, tidbits that you guys should know, just to keep you guys a little bit more informed. So if you guys didn't know, the stimulus bill was passed in the House of Representatives last Saturday, so February 27th. And now that it's passed in the House of Representatives, it goes to the Senate. So the bill has been in the Senate all this week because that happened on Saturday. So all this week, the bill has been at the Senate and they're making changes. So that's how it kind of works. Like, everybody comes together, they form a bill. This is a $1.9 trillion bill. So obviously it's not something to take lightly, and it goes through the House. It needs to be passed through the House, goes to the Senate. The Senate makes all the changes that they want, and then it has to go back to the House of Representatives because they have to vote on the same bill. So although the House already voted on the bill originally, when it goes to the Senate, they're going to make changes. It's a given, especially with this $1.9 trillion bill. So once the Senate makes a change, it has to go back to the House, and the House has to okay it. And then if the House okays it, it goes to Biden. So I think a lot of people are putting a lot of pressure on Joe Biden because they're like, you haven't done anything. You haven't passed the stimulus bill. We don't have our stimulus checks. I think a lot of people, or a majority of America, don't realize that it has to bounce back and forth before it even gets to Joe Biden. There's a lot of pressure for him to like roll out the rest of the stimulus checks and everything else when it comes to unemployment benefits or money for schools or state funding. So it's so difficult because a lot of us are not educated on that. I am barely educated on it. You know what I mean? Like, I probably know the bare minimum, but it is very clear to me that majority of America don't understand how it works when it comes to passing a bill like this. It's not something that where like Joe Biden's like, oh yeah, I read through all 5,000 pages, pass it. Like, it literally has to bounce from the House to the Senate to the House, then to Biden. So that's how it works, if you guys are curious. Or if you guys didn't know, I don't know. Some people probably already know this. So that's kind of what's been happening this week. The bill has been with the Senate for a while, and I'm pretty sure they delayed the vote as well. I think they were supposed to vote today, actually, and on like the revised one that they made, but I'm pretty sure that is delayed. Now, the timeline is still March 14th. I mentioned in my previous stream that March 14th was that like deadline that they have, and they still they say that they're on track. So fingers crossed that something happens by March 14th, either on or before, because then we will be getting stimulus checks if you are eligible. the third week of March. And I'm pretty sure Biden is working on making that rollout like super smooth, so like people get them quicker, because I know a lot of people have been waiting. Okay. So yeah, again, if you guys have any comments or insight or fun facts, while I go through like the rest of like current event stuff, feel free to drop in the chat and I will read it out loud. So yeah, that's what's been happening this week when it comes to the stimulus bill. Now, obviously within the bill, you have the stimulus check, extension of unemployment benefits, rental assistance relief, mortgage relief, funding for schools. Like I said, like there's so many different working pieces in this stimulus bill, but I think the most obvious thing is a stimulus check, right? So it's still going to be a $1,400 stimulus check. If you guys didn't know, that did not change. There have been changes to eligibility though, so you guys might want to stick around for that. Yeah, actually, let's just dive into it right now, because there's so many things that are out of order on my notes. But so yeah, $1,400 stimulus check. Now, I think it just went into effect, or I guess this is what the Senate changed. I believe, don't quote me on that one. But now, so before, the eligibility was if you make 75K or lower, you get the full $1,400 stimulus check, right? And then once it increased to like above 75K, you would still receive a stimulus check, but it would just be reduced. And then if you went higher, like if you went to 90K, it would be reduced a little bit more. If you made 100K, it would be reduced a little bit more. So like a lot of people were still getting a something, but now they actually just changed it to if you make 85K and up, you are completely disqualified from receiving a stimulus check. Now, I'm pretty sure the Senate did this because it's saving them so much money. Because now if you make 85 and up, you don't get anything. Before you would slowly get like reduced amounts, but now you just don't get anything. And I think before, if you filed jointly on taxes, and like if you're married and you make a combined number of like 200K, you would still receive like some sort of stimulus. But now they reduced that as well, that if you are married and you filed jointly, that the limitation is 160. So it just kind of depends on where you fall. But they are saving a lot of money that way as well. So I don't know. It goes back and forth. People who make 85K and higher, do they need a stimulus check? Maybe not, but it also, I don't think it means that they don't deserve it, So it just really depends. But that's kind of what's happening with the stimulus check. If you guys were not here last week, or 2 weeks ago, I'm going to repeat it. But this stimulus check, this next one, is going to be going off of your 2020 tax return. So if you don't file your 2020 tax return, then they're going to go off your 2019, which it might not affect you in that way. Like for me, it doesn't affect me whether I file now or later. I'm still going to get the stimulus check. But, if you made so much money in 2019 and you did not qualify for a stimulus check, but you qualified in 2020, you need to do your taxes right now, so you will qualify for the $1,400 stimulus check. Also, in talks, they're trying to set up another stimulus check after this $1,400 one. That one is still very fresh and very new. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, honestly, but I know a lot of the Democrats are pushing for some other sort of stimulus for the $1,400 one. But at this point, let's just get through the $1,400 one and then we'll go from there, right? I don't want to throw all this at you guys because it's just what's happening right now, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Another thing that is happening when it comes to the stimulus bill is unemployment benefits are going to be extended. And I believe before they were talking about an extra $300 a week to those who are on unemployment due to COVID, due to the pandemic. So PUA, pandemic unemployment assistance. So if you're on that, at first they were talking about $300 a week extra until August 29th, which is a great, like a significant amount of time. But now it's actually increased to $400 a week. So you guys remember when like COVID first happened, it was like that extra $600 a week. Yeah, it's going to be $400, which I think is a very fair medium point. That is not something that I don't think I'm going to be qualified for, but whoever is can reap those benefits as well. So look forward to that if and when this bill gets passed. What else? Oh, also, this was new, which I found very interesting. In the bill, it talks about the government sending you money or giving you money if you have children. So it's supposed to be like small monthly payments, I think, over the course of 12 months, so over 1 year. It says for if you have a child from 6 years old to 17 years old, you will receive $3,000 per child spread out through a course of 12 months. And if you have a child that's 0 to 6 years old, like an infant, toddler, you would get $3,600 from the government over the course of a year. So I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really interesting. I think a lot of people with children these days are struggling to just kind of keep up, right? I don't know if there are limitations on that, like the eligibility on that, because, you know, if you're making like $300K a year and you have one child, do you really need that like $3,000? Do you really need that? I don't know. I really don't know the details on that, but I did see that. So see and hear that. So I thought that was really interesting for anybody that has children. Time to find out if I have any long lost kids. Yeah, I don't know. Figure it out. So that's really cool. What else? What else is happening? Oh, a big debate, I guess you could say. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's the $15 minimum wage. So I would love to know what your thoughts are in the chat. Please drop your thoughts and opinions on increasing the minimum wage to $15. That has been such a back and forth for a while, with like the Republicans and the Democrats and all of that, because this is just my opinion. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that the minimum wage in the United States of America has not changed since 2019. In 2019, $7.25 was declared the minimum wage. That was 12 years ago. 12 years ago. I graduated from high school in 2019. So the minimum wage is still the same after 12 years. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. I think that's crazy. I think it's crazy. I don't know what is a reasonable or fair minimum wage. I don't know if 15 is too high. All I know is $7.25 minimum wage is way too low. You can't live off of that. Mary says it's not a livable wage at all, especially in Los Angeles. Absolutely. Like, you can't, in most major cities, you will not survive with $7.25. You cannot. And taxes and like I think it's absurd. I think it's ridiculous. I am for a increase of the minimum wage. Again, I am not a professional. I don't study, trends and stuff like that. So I don't know what a fair number is. I guess 15 is a fair number, but that's been something that's been going back and forth. That's one thing that the Senate did take out of the bill. We already know that, but they said no to that part. But I think Biden is working on something where, like, if you don't, like, if he can't enforce it, or if it won't be enforced as the minimum wage, there'll be like penalties to businesses that don't offer a livable wage. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. Wasabi says, I agree with you, Mary. 15 isn't even enough to keep up with rent necessities, especially after taxes. Absolutely. Yeah. And like, I again, I still can't believe it hasn't changed for 12 years. Like everything everything has gone up in price. Like everything has fluctuated when it comes to cost of living, all of it. Food prices, like I don't understand how, whether it's Republicans or Democrats or just the government in general, think it's not a problem. You know what I mean? Like this is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. You know, it's just, so there's that. That's also like a big topic that's being like talked about right now, especially in the House and in the Senate. I'm not going to talk about this one. No. I guess we'll just quickly go into like vaccine news. I know everybody has a different opinion when it comes to the vaccine. I don't judge either way. I personally would like to get the vaccine. I'm going to get it. When it's my turn, I'm going to get it. I really want to get it. However, I know that there's people that need it before me, so I am not in a rush to get it. You know, I know of some people, acquaintances, colleagues or whatever, that I don't know whether they finagled their way to get a vaccine, or like maybe they were eligible as well. Fine, if you're eligible wherever you work, whether it's like in healthcare or like essential worker, totally get that. But like I do know some people that, you know, they shouldn't have been in phase 1A or whatever, but they got it anyway. For me, my mom hasn't even gotten it. I just made my mom's appointment to get her vaccine because she got a letter from her work. So excited. She's an essential worker and she works for the government technically. So she got a government letter saying that she is in phase 1B. And, you know, for me, I feel like my age range is, I don't want to say the least affected, but like it's something that we can probably fight off. Like my body can probably beat COVID. You know, my mom probably not. So I think for me at least, I would rather see the elderly, more of the elderly get it, people who do really need it get it, and I will wait my turn. I'm in no rush. Personally, because I don't work in healthcare, you know, I'm technically not an essential worker either. So, you know, I just know my place and I'm just going to wait and be patient because I know I'm going to get it and I want to get it. So there's that. Also, I thought it was really interesting too that the CBS News did a poll on people and their thoughts on the vaccine and if they would get vaccinated. Y'all, 50% of people who responded are still unsure. 50%. That's a lot. A lot of people are on edge. Again, no judgment, but like it was very interesting. I thought that was a very interesting statistic. The news says gas and food prices are on the rise. Gas has always been on the rise. I mean, over the past few years, it's been ridiculous. So yeah, the fact that like we've been watching gas prices go up and up and up, and like people are still getting paid $7.25 as a minimum wage, that's insane. That's crazy. So yeah, that's on the vaccine. Also, Joe Biden announced that by May of this year, there will be enough doses of the vaccine for every American to get vaccinated. I don't believe he claimed that everybody would be vaccinated by May, but he did claim that we would have enough, like we would have ordered enough or be in possession of enough to vaccinate every American. So fingers crossed, because if they do have enough doses and if they do have enough vaccines, then the rollout will be a lot faster. I feel personally, and this is just for Pennsylvania because I know this is a state by state basis. I know the government distributes the vaccines to the states, so every state is going to run very different. I personally found it so difficult to find an appointment and make an appointment for my mother. She had the paper, she is eligible, but the rollout for at least Pennsylvania has been so unorganized all over the place. Like, I'm asking my nurse friends, I'm asking like all these people, I'm just like, where do you get appointments? How do you get an appointment? My mom is eligible. Like, it's not even for me. Like, I want my mom to get vaccinated. And I just found it to be like a hot mess. Everywhere I called, they're like, oh, we're not taking appointments. And I'm just like, you're not taking an appointment. Okay. So I don't know if it's they don't have enough. I don't know what the situation is, but it was so hard to find a place that would take an appointment. And I'm just like, she is eligible. She has a government paper. She's in phase 1B, like did the whole spiel several times. And I don't know. I don't think this is my opinion. I don't think Pennsylvania is doing a great job at like informing people how to make an appointment or how to get in line to get vaccinated. For me personally, in the city, there's vaccination centers. So like I'm pretty sure I could just like walk up and get in line probably, and get vaccinated. But like other parts of Pennsylvania is huge, and my mom's in the suburbs, and it's not like that out there. So it's been really hard. Club Nan, I agree. In San Francisco, the minimum wage has been a bit over 15 for several years, but people still struggle with surviving. The $7 is just not an acceptable number anymore. Mary says there's a website for California users called My Turn. Not sure if you have something similar over there. That's really cool. I'll have to look into that, because I've personally just been going off health.pa.gov. Like, it's just like the Department of Health for Pennsylvania, the government website. And it's not very helpful. I've been like trying to like do my own research and find my own places to like make an appointment for my mom, but I'll have to see if there's something like that in Pennsylvania. I have not come across it, but maybe soon. I don't know. So that's kind of like the gist on what's been going on with the vaccine. What else has been going? Oh, I'm sure you guys saw it, that Texas and Mississippi are reopening. And when I say reopening, no mask mandate and opening 100%. What are your thoughts on that? I'm kind of not surprised that Texas would be the first state to like announce a full reopening with no masks, nothing, completely back to normal. I feel like Texas has always been that like outlier state for most things. Mr. Santos says Connecticut also. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts? I don't know if I'm probably still going to be wearing a mask if the mask mandate lifts in Pennsylvania. It's not going to anytime soon. I know that. But like, I'm probably still going to be wearing a mask because I don't know when I'm going to be vaccinated. I mean, not everybody in Texas is vaccinated yet. So like the fact that they're like lifting everything, no mask mandate, reopening with majority of people still not vaccinated, it's very interesting to me. It's very interesting. Now, if you had the numbers and like 60 or 50 or even 40% of the state was vaccinated, I can kind of see it at that point. But I just still find it very interesting that it's going to be lifted. Again, no judgment. I feel like everybody has their own reasonings on why they don't want to wear a mask. But I mean, if you can save a life, if you can save someone from being in the hospital, if you can save someone from being sick, like by just like a piece of cloth over your mouth, like, I don't know. Is there really like, do you really have to weigh it out? My thoughts are you do you, boo. I'm going to keep wearing my mask. I mean, I wear it at home during my stream, so it makes no difference. Yeah, Mr. Santos, he wears it during his stream. So go check out Mr. Santos on Instagram, Mr. Santos 24, or I know he has like a live stream one too. I don't remember. Mr. Santos Live, is that what it is? But he streams on Twitch if you guys want to check him out. I'm probably going to be doing a stream with him. We didn't set a date, but we're probably going to do one soon together. If you guys would be interested in that, you guys can go check him out there. But Yeah, I wear my mask all the time. I'm actually very good with my mask. My friend Natalie even she even said it too. She's like, "You're really good with your mask, like all the time. I wear it even if I'm outside. Like that's just how I do." Mr. Santos live. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Alan, for dropping that. So go check him out there. I will probably be on one of his streams soon. Wasabi says, please let us know when you guys collab. Yeah, whenever we set a date, I will let you guys know in this stream. I do this on Thursday, so I'll let you guys know whenever that happens. But we haven't set a date yet. We're just like putting together ideas on what we want to do. It's going to be a lot more like interactive. So if you guys want to see us do like challenges and eat weird food and stuff like that and try weird things, we're probably going to do that over there. You guys will see a different side of Jerlyn. Yeah, probably. Alan has some really funny ideas for that stream, so go check that out if you guys want to. Again, I don't know when it's happening, but I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, what else? We are almost at an hour already, which is mind-boggling. But I don't have too much to talk about after this anyway, so it's kind of perfect. But I think that is everything for current events. Anything else you guys found interesting this week when it comes to like what's happening in the world? Let me know. You can drop it in the chat. Please feel free. Akib says, it's so stupid people have the audacity to act so entitled. It's a pandemic during the 13th. During the 13th, the Black Plague, it killed 25 million. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. Akib, I hear you. It is, I find it surprising for sure. But also there's different levels to it too. Like I know some people are just like, you know, they feel really strongly about people traveling. So like there's different levels of like, you know, obviously there's those people that don't wear a mask at all. And those people are ridiculous. They're crazy. But also like, oh my God, you're traveling. That's crazy. Everybody's very different. And I can understand why people feel different ways. I personally just would not do certain things in that way. But again, to each their own, you know. Sporting events are starting to allow fans really soon. I'm actually hype about that. I still won't go until I'm vaccinated though. So, yes, thank you for bringing that up, Mr. Santos. A lot of, I'm pretty sure most sporting events are talking about bringing fans back. I don't know what that looks like when it comes to capacity. If it's just season ticket holders, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm personally am very excited as well. I love me a Sixers basketball game. I miss those so much. I used to go to probably like 10 games a year, around that, and I love it. I love just everything, the noise, just being there in person. I do miss sporting events, so I'm excited. Andrew Cuomo had new accusers. So I have not been following the whole Andrew Cuomo thing. I've heard about it, I've seen it, but I personally haven't like deep dived into it. But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he was accused of whether it's inappropriate touching, I believe, or him saying certain things, or I don't know. There's always some sort of sex scandal, right? Always something happening. But Andrew Cuomo, I feel like people loved him in the very beginning of the pandemic. You know, he was fighting for New York and all of that. And now people are just like, stay away. Don't talk about him. But thank you for bringing that up, Akib, because that is happening as well. I just don't know too much about it to really deep dive into it for you guys, but that is also happening. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to drop in the chat right now? My TikTok is blowing up. Follow me on TikTok if you guys are on TikTok. I will sometimes pull TikToks over to my Instagram reels, but not all of them because obviously. Akib asks, what's going on with you? I did a little update earlier. I don't know how long you've been here, Aki, but I did a little update earlier. So I don't want to repeat myself, but everything's going well. Birthday plans got switched around. Not going to Vegas. I don't know if you heard all that, but I did say that I deep dove in the beginning of what's been going on with me lately. Wasabi says, "Yo, your TikToks are lit." Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely try my best. I mean, TikTok is just so much fun to like do quirky things, and they're just like short videos, so I really do enjoy it. If you guys are curious, I do a lot of like sassy TikToks and like funny ones, so I try to be a little comedic. Also, I do dancing TikToks as well, so yeah, I do all that. But yeah, make sure you save the TikToks before you upload them to IG. I heard IG is not prioritizing the ones with a watermark. Yeah, so I was trying to figure that out this week actually, because I knew that Instagram wasn't going to be like pushing the ones with like watermarks on them, like the TikTok watermark. I still need to figure out how to save the video without a watermark, because when I googled it or when I did research on it, it said you have to like download this app and extract it, and I'm like, what? Why can't it just be like save the video before uploading? And like I don't have that option, so I don't know. Club Nan says the fish one is hilarious. The fish one was an Instagram reel, so it wasn't on TikTok. I don't even think I put it up on TikTok. I probably should. But the fish one is great. Follow me on Instagram if you guys want to see that reel. It's up there. It actually is my highest viewed reel. Let me double check before I make that claim. Yeah, it has almost 4,000 views on that reel, which is amazing. So yeah, that one did really well. It was really funny. I think it definitely obviously related more to the women, because I did get some messages from men that were like, what are you talking about putting the fish down? But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I made an Instagram reel and it was just like PSA to all of the men on dating apps. And I was like, put the fish down. And everyone was like, what fish? What are you talking about? I'm just going to show this guy because I guess I'll try to cover up his face, but like holding a fish. His next picture, holding a dead fish. Another picture, holding a dead fish. Like, why are there so many dead fish on these dating apps? And I was swiping the last night with a friend, which was funny. And there was this guy that had a picture with a dead deer, and then a picture with a dead raccoon, and then a picture with a dead fish. And I'm like, there's just so many dead animals. I'm like, what? Put the fish down. Put the dead animal down. Like, just take a picture. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Hi Erica, how are you? Sorry, when I get into it, I'm just like, you guys. So yeah, I was like trying to like message the people or the guys that were just like, I don't know what you're talking about, fish. And I'm like, because you don't have to go through it. You don't have to suffer through all the dead animals. Like, it is pretty wild. And it's pretty wild to a point, like, I've seen more than a dozen profiles of men that are just like, by the way, I don't have a dead fish picture, so bonus points for me, or something stupid like that. And I'm just like, see, some of the men know too that it's rough. It's rough out here. Dead fish. That's what we have to work with. Dead fish. It's fine, but it's not fine. If you're a male watching, put down the fish. Just put it down. Okay, so we have probably like around a little less than 30 minutes left. So this is the perfect time to talk about ghosting. I know that transition was not very smooth, but here we are. And I am talking about this topic because, again, usually I get my topic ideas from you guys, from your messages, from your DMs and stuff like that. But this particular topic of ghosting, I'm talking about it because I've been having this conversation with multiple people, men, women, of all different ages. When I say all different ages, I mean like early 20s to like late 30s. And yeah, and they're always just casual conversations, but I recently got ghosted. So there's that. The cat's out of the bag. Jerlyn got ghosted recently. So, you guys know me. I'm going to talk about it. Because I can, and it's my stream, and I don't say any names. So, if you guys, again, have any comments, your stories, please drop them in the chat. I love to hear your stories. I love to hear your experiences as well. That also helps me to know that I am not alone. So yeah, let's just get into it. So if you guys don't know what ghosting is, let's look up the actual definition, shall we? Also, I forgot I had this screen up. Let's look it up on here. So the actual definition of ghosting is, oh shit, sorry. The practice of ending a personal relationship with someone by suddenly and without any explanation, withdrawing from all communication. That is the dictionary definition of ghosting. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. And I think most of you guys know what ghosting is. Hi, Jesse. What's up? Welcome. But yeah, so I was recently ghosted, and I mean, to make a short story short, we talked for probably, I don't know, a month. And it got to a point where it's like we were FaceTiming. We texted every day. We talked on the phone. Like, you know, like we were FaceTiming. So, and then we went out on a date. And then after that date, it was like silent. Like crickets. Nothing. Jesse asked, did you cut your hair? I cut my hair about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think. Probably, yeah, 3 or 4 weeks ago I cut my hair. But yeah, so, and you know, for me, I'm a Pisces. If you guys know anything about Pisces or astrology, like, it's a very emotional sign, a very hypersensitive sign, a very empathetic sign. A Pisces is very much like we can feel everything. Like if we're happy, we like feel so happy. If we're sad, we feel so sad. If you are sad, I feel your sadness. If you are frustrated, I also feel your frustration. Like I'm very empathetic in that way. So, you know, being ghosted, for me, it's not fun. It's not fun for anybody. Okay? And let's see. Akib says it sucks when you think it's going well. Full on messaging, calling, all of that, and then boom, blocked, gone, poof. Wasabi says, exactly, been in that situation. People can be lame. And yeah, and let's just right off the rip, I'm just going to say it. Ghosting is disrespectful. Ghosting is very rude, and it's 100% unnecessary. And I labeled this stream ghosting at all ages because it still, for me, boggles my mind that people still ghost when they're like 35 and older. Like, let's be honest. I've already talked about this in my other ghosting video, but like I used to ghost. I think everybody has probably ghosted in their lifetime. I used to ghost when I was 22, when I was 23. I was young, you know. And you know, there's so many different reasons for ghosting. Was this the gym dude? No, this was not the gym dude. No, I'm not talking about the gym dude. Guys are ready to date until 30s most of the time. Says Jesse. Yeah, so here's the thing too. I'm just going to play devil's advocate because you would think people, once they hit like 30, 35 and older, you think that they would have the capability to communicate, right? That's what you would think. Because again, when I was in my early 20s and even into my mid 20s, I think I did not care. I didn't, which is terrible because I didn't care how the other person felt. I had my reasons. I don't remember all my reasonings for ghosting, you know. I think I stopped ghosting around 26 or 27 because it was done to me as well, and that's probably the first time where I really felt it, and I really felt sad about myself. So I realized like I can't do this to other people anymore, so that's when I stopped. But like, you know, people are always like, why do people ghost? Why do you think people ghost? I had this conversation with a guy on Instagram, and I'm like, sir, I cannot give you one reason why people ghost, whether it's men or women. You know, whether it's they were talking to someone else at the same time and they liked them better, or I don't know, they thought you weren't pretty enough, or you weren't cool enough, or they thought you weren't interesting, or say you slept with them and they got what they wanted. I don't know. There's so many reasons on why people ghost. But I think in general, like the overall thing to remember and to take out of it is that, you know, the reason that they do ghost, I mean, it probably is not because of you. I think a lot. Oh, let's see. Wasabi says, remember, it's not you. Sometimes the one who does the ghosting has the personal issues. Look, perfect segue into what I was going to say. Thank you, Wasabi, for dropping that in the chat, because absolutely 100% right. I think that most people ghost, especially, I'm sorry, but if you were in your 30s and older and you are still ghosting, honey, you need to go to therapy. You need to figure out what you want, because that's what it is. People who ghost are unsure of themselves. So it most likely has nothing to do with how you look, how you acted, how you talk, what you do. A lot of the times it is something that they're dealing with themselves, and they don't have the balls to admit it, because maybe it's, you know, maybe they just don't want to talk about it, or they can't bring themselves to talk about it. And I think for men especially, because I know at least a lot of my friends that are my age, around the early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, like women mature faster than men, which I understand that. But a lot of my friends, like, we are so we over communicate, you know what I mean? But when it comes to men, even men in their mid 30s, late 30s, in their 40s, still have trouble with communicating basic feelings, which is very troubling. It's a red flag, you guys. If you are talking, I'm just going to say it right now. I was talking to someone that was over 40 years old and he ghosted me. And I'm like, honey, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Just tell me. Like, it's like, I think men have such a hard time connecting with their feelings and relay, not connecting with their feelings, probably very connected with their feelings, but relaying how they feel. And a lot of times, and probably in my particular situation, because I was telling you guys, like, you know, we were FaceTiming, we talked every day. And I think when men put a lot of the energy up front early on, and then when you finally like go on a few dates, or you go on a date with them, and then like maybe they do like you, but like it freaked them out a little bit, or maybe they're like, oh, she's not what I thought, I'm not into it, whatever. And like, whatever the reasoning is, there's no reason to go someone. There's no reason to not just be like, have the courtesy to be like, hey, this is what you do, guys, this is what you do, okay? If you go on a few dates with someone, I've done this several times. I've had it done to me. And I have so much respect for the men that tell me this exact thing. And this is what I tell guys who, like, I've been on a few dates with, think they're really nice, but it's not for me. This is what I say to them. I'll either text them, you can voice memo them, you can call them if you're on like talking terms. You can just be like, hey, you know, I really enjoyed getting to know you over the past few weeks. I think you're a really nice person. I just don't think there's anything romantic here. But you're really cool. Like, I'm still down to be friends if you want to be friends. But you can just leave it at that. You can literally leave it at, I just don't think there's anything romantic here, you know? And then at that point, you're like, okay, best wishes, best of luck, take care. You know what I mean? Like, it is so easy. But people find it so hard because they are battling themselves on admitting to, wow, I put so much energy into this girl, or wow, we were FaceTiming all the time and I was actually enjoying myself, but now I changed my mind, but I'm too embarrassed to tell her that. Like, grow some balls and just tell me, okay? Like, sorry, when I go off, I go off. Let's see. They're just not reliable. Mr. Santos, that's spicy. Be thankful we get ghosted. We are not stuck with emotionally unstable person. Absolutely. Yeah, and honestly, for me at this point, I'm 30. I'm gonna be 30 next in a week and a half. So for me, if you're gonna ghost me and you are over 40 years old, honey, you have a lot of work to do. And I'm not here for it. Do not come around again, because like I already know that you're going to be a waste of time because I've been through it. You know what I mean? So I find it even funnier when like the guys come back around again. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like you had me and you managed to lose me because of what? Because you didn't respond, because you didn't have the balls to tell me. And now you want to come back around? Don't do that. Don't do that. No. It's not cute. Okay? Because there's already red flags. I already have red flags all over you. Why I would not ever get back into that again. But yeah, I think I don't want to come off as like, you know, like super confident and like, oh yeah, I just brushed it off. It was no big deal. I didn't feel anything at all. I'm not saying that. So I do want to bring some awareness to the fact that, you know, when someone ghosts you, it does put you into this little like self-doubt moment. We all have those moments where it's just like, oh, did he stop talking to me because like I'm not pretty enough? Did he stop talking to me because I share too much online? Like I have an online presence. Like I've had, and like I bring that up. I don't know what his reasoning was because he literally ghosted me. I have no idea. But like the lack of answers will eat at you for a small period of time, because that's what happens to me. I'm a Pisces, okay? I sit in my feelings for not a lot longer, a little bit longer than the normal person. So, yeah, so like the lack of answers really eats at you, and like you start thinking in your head, like, what's wrong with me? What did I do? And you'll have that moment, you know, it takes people a little longer to get there, a little shorter to get there, but you'll have that like click moment where it's just like, although they didn't give you an answer or give you an opportunity to respond, silence is the loudest answer. Silence is your biggest answer. So, and obviously I know that, but you can't help how you feel in the moment when like it actually happens, which I totally understand as well. So yeah, I don't know why people still ghost. If you are 30 and up, like you should have already developed the communication skills to let another human being know how you feel without like, I don't know. I find it funny because like this man was over 40 years old and you still do not have the capability to communicate. It's just like, it just blows my fucking mind. Like Keep says, it's emotionally draining. It really is too, especially because like, especially if you were just like in a talking phase with someone, you know, and you're just like starting to like them and you think that they like you, and then it's just like, wait, what? And then yeah, and for me too, don't keep poking at it. Don't keep messaging them. Just don't. For me, it's like, if you don't respond to me once, I hear you. I get it. Got you. Heard you loud and clear. You know, I'm not going to beg you to respond to me. I'm not going to be like, why? I just need to know why. At this point, no. I don't need to, I'm not here to teach men how to communicate. If you are over 40 years old, honey, you should know how to communicate. I'm not here to teach you that. You know, like, I'm not going to beg you for an answer. I think it's kind of pathetic that you can't communicate. Like, like, I hope this guy's not watching. And if he is, hello, thank you for the view. But yeah, I also think, you know, when people who are younger ghost, like I used to do it all the time. Like, you don't know any better, you know, you make mistakes when you're young, but I feel like as you get older, you develop experiences, you develop, you know, more of an understanding of how somebody else could feel. So it blows my mind that people can be in their late 30s and early 40s and still not grasp that concept. What? Like, truly, at the end of the day, they just don't have the balls to say it to you. Like, say it to my face. You know what I mean? And men like to come up, it's always the tough guys or the tough looking guys, or they think they're so tough. It's like, honey, if you can't tell me to my face, you're not that tough. I'm just saying. AMC 366, totally giving up on the Philly dating scene. Philly dating scene is rough. I feel it. I feel you. We're all here for you. Preach it. Iguana, at that age, life experiences should keep you humble. Right. Thank you. You put that perfectly. You put that into words perfectly. Like, when you do get to your late 30s, early 40s, oh my God, you would think those life experiences would shape them by that time and humble them, and again, just make them more aware of their surroundings and how other people feel. It's so hard for me to even understand that, like, people still don't get it even when they're in their 40s, and I'm like, I'm just turning 30, and it's like, and like I said, I am not here to teach you how to be a decent human being. I'm not, like, no, I am very supportive, and I'm very, like, I love teachable moments, but teaching someone how to be a decent human being is not my job. And I'm not going to put all that energy into teaching someone to be a human. Like, if I'm gonna put energy into something, like, it better be for a better reason than that. Like my requirements at this point is, like, you need to be a decent human being. That's all you need to be. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how old you are. Like, I don't fucking know. That's why recently in my dating profile, I'm just like, I think it says, I'm looking for someone that is working on themselves. And if you've been to therapy, bonus points for you. Because right off the rip, if you know that guy has been to therapy, he is working on himself. He is trying to be a better person. He is trying to get more in tune with, like, his feelings and how to react and respond. You know what I mean? So, like, people who have gone to therapy, love it. I don't know why sometimes there's a negative connotation with it. I think it's a great thing. Guys are big babies. Mr. Santos, it is rough. Ghosting is an indicator of a coward or someone with poor communication skills, especially the older the ghoster is. That is from Daniela. Thank you, Daniela, for sharing that, because I 100% agree with you. Yeah. I feel like the older the person is, the less I can justify. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm talking to a 25-year-old, I'm going to expect that. But if I'm talking to a 40-year-old, that is the last thing I would expect. And let me tell you, like, like, I again have so much respect for the people who are straight up with me with how they feel. Hey, you're cool, not into you like that, not romantically. Cool, great, awesome, take care, you know? But, and like vice versa, when I say that to guys, I remember like I had such a great response from this one guy. Like I told him, I was like, hey, like we went on like 2 dates, and I was like, you were awesome, you're so sweet, I just don't feel like a like true connection like romantically and all of that. And he literally looked me in the face and he was like, thank you so much for letting me know. And he was like, it is so refreshing for a girl to like just let me know how she feels like early on and straightforward. And we've been friends ever since. Like, men appreciate it too. So I'm not here just to preach that only men ghost. No, it goes both ways. Women do it too. But also think it's really important to learn how to deal with it after the fact, because, you know, sulking in your feelings is not healthy. I think you should always have a moment in your feelings and feel what you feel. But when it comes to the point where it's affecting your relationships or your friends or your schedule or your work, that's when like you really need to like snap out of it and just like remind yourself that it's not you, it's them. They are the ones that did not have the courage to just let you know the most basic thing in the world. Just like, yo, just let me know. They didn't have the balls to do that. And it's funny too because they consciously do it. They make the decision to not respond to you. They make the decision to block you without any word. So they know it's wrong, but they still do it. Which again speaks volumes about that person. And if that person is also over 40, red flag, next. Hot tip. But yeah, it just shows you what type of person they are. You know, I feel like a lot of times, especially dating nowadays, everybody puts on this facade like, this is who I want you to think I am. And then when they do shit like that, it's just like, oh no, that's who you are. You just told me who you are right there. I see you. I see you loud and clear now. Crystal clear. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. The pandemic hasn't done anything for my love life. Maybe I gotta ask my mom for an arranged marriage. It's been tough. I mean, do you, Akib? Whatever makes you happy. Arranged marriage. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, don't beg them for answers. You don't need that. I think a lot of times we always look for that closure when it comes to ghosting and stuff like that. But sometimes like it might hurt you more if you do that. And also it shows that you're strong if you don't beg for an answer, you know? So yeah, that's kind of my little spiel on ghosting. And it's probably like the perfect, oh my god, literally I looked at the time and we're at 90 minutes. You guys know I always try to hit about an hour and a half. It is 9:30. It always works out. So if you guys have any last minute comments, questions, stories, please drop them in the chat right now. Other than that, we're going to wrap up really soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this like little segment, like dating segment. I know that's probably one of my most popular topics to talk about on my live streams is dating. And I've been dipping my toes back into the dating pool. But you know, when stuff like this happens, like getting ghosted, I pull back from the dating, and then I'll re-enter the dating pool again slowly. I just have my guard up so much now. I'm 30 years old. I've done the runaround. So I have my guard up a lot more, and I know that because of bullshit like this. So yeah, I hope you guys found that interesting and helpful and relatable. Yeah, I think dating is very hard. And I mentioned it in my last stream about like my dating perspective for 2021. And I think some people took certain points in that stream differently. I was having a conversation. I don't know if he's watching right now, but I was having a conversation with a friend over Instagram, really short conversation. And, in that stream, I talked about how, like, you know, for me, time is everything. If I give my time to you, like, I want to hang out with you. I probably like you in some way, shape, or form, or like you enough to like spend an entire evening with you. But again, kind of rolling back into like, don't chase after it. You don't have to beg for something. If you find yourself having to beg someone to take you out or beg someone to, comfort you, it's not working. You shouldn't have to beg. They should already do that for you if they want to. And also in the same breath, like, I think people need to start to understand and love themselves enough to do those things for themselves, to take themselves out. And I made a comment in that stream where I was just like, I don't need a man, but if I'm with you, I want to be with you. So like, I don't need a man to take me out. I don't need a man to get me off. I have a vibrator. I don't need a man to talk to all the time or comfort me. I have my friends for that. I do that I talk to my friends all the time. So like, I think sometimes people confuse when I say stuff like that to also like, if a man asks me out and is putting in the effort, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go, but I'm not begging for it. I think a lot of women and even sometimes men, but I feel like I see it more in women. They might like someone so much and they're like asking them to do this or like, why don't you do that? Or how come you don't get me flowers? Or how come you don't take me to restaurants? Or how come whatever it is, like, I think women especially need to pull back on that and just like learn to love themselves and do those things for themselves. But also when that man is ready to take you out or like to do those things for you, he will do it. You don't have to tell him. If you feel like you have to pull that shit out of them, it's probably not gonna work out. But also in the same breath, like you should take those opportunities. You know what I mean? Like I went out with a guy. He's a friend. I went out with a friend last night, and I didn't beg him to take me out. He was like, "Hey, I'm in town. You want to link up? Let's go here." What? I'm like, okay. He did the effort, found a place, asked me, whatever, had the conversation. So I'm going to go. So, like, the fact that I say, like, I don't need a man. I don't need him to take me out. Yeah, I don't need him to. I'm not going to beg for it. But if it's right there, if it's being offered, you are allowed to take it. And you shouldn't feel bad about going out with someone or, like, doing certain things. So just keep that in mind as well. Like, I think for me, since I have my guard up so much, I'm trying to be more open to giving different types of people a chance or like just an opportunity just to like, it's an opportunity to spend time with them and to spend time with me. You know what I mean? Like both of our times are valuable. He's choosing to ask me out and I'm choosing to say yes. So the energy is like equal, but when you feel like you're putting so much energy and you're begging and he's just kind of like, I don't want to take you out, I don't want to do that, like the energy levels need to be the same. You need to be on the same wavelength to agree to a date or agree to do whatever you're doing. I don't think you need to write every man off. I don't think you need to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's a give and take. It's a give and take, guys. Iguana says, looking forward to the budgeting videos. Yes, I mentioned that earlier, that the next budgeting video will be up on Monday. So definitely stay tuned to that. Akib says, love the self-worth videos on TikTok. Absolutely. It only takes 2 seconds to call or text a person. If they wanted to, they would. Perfect words, Akib, for us to end this stream. If they wanted to, they would. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. I thank everybody for being here, for watching, whether you were a lurker. There's tons of lurkers, and everybody that's been commenting and chatting with me. I appreciate the interaction, you guys, because if you guys weren't here in the chat, I would be talking to myself. So I appreciate you. I love you guys. I will be back next Thursday, and I fly out that Friday. So going to be really fun times. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. Please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a last minute thumbs up. It would help me out so much. Follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I've been doing a lot more reels, so definitely check me out on Instagram there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, you guys. Again, I appreciate you guys so much. I know my uploads have been not really consistent, but I think I get into a funk. The whole ghosting thing, you know, I was in my feelings for a hot second. So, and I'm just being real with you guys. But I'm back. I'm good. I feel so much better, and I have videos lined up already. So thank you guys so much for watching and hanging with me. And yeah, I will see you guys in Monday's video. Well, you'll see a video from me on Monday, but I'll see you guys and talk to you guys next Thursday. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.